You're listening to 101.1 FM WOPP-IP WDRV-IP WALE-IP Providence. I'm your co-host, Dhruv.
And I'm your co-host, Alejandro Jackson.
And this is the Outta Pocket Podcast.
Where we pull conversation topics out of our pocket.
And occasionally, go out of pocket.
So about that two-parter. Ingredients got a little cold, and some of them. Other ones just were hard to acquire. May or may not have gotten robbed of our rightfully owned
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Chill. It's just a joke.
Halloween is come and gone. The Outta Pocket podcast, unfortunately, did not fulfill our. Actually, we didn't even promise you guys anything.
Yeah, low-key.
We said it was a possibility.
Yeah.
It turns out it didn't happen.
Call us fucking Puxatawny Phil 1 and 2. Cause like, hey yo, we said one more week and nothing, bro.
Yeah, that's true. But as you guys could probably tell, things have been busy out here. I literally just got out of a midterm yesterday.
For neuro.
Yeah, so it's been busy season.
Retroactive. Best of luck.
I appreciate it, man. But either way, we're back. And we hopefully have, a good slate of fun episodes planned out from now until the end of the semester. So
we just got to see about execution.
But regardless, happy November to everyone, and happy Diwali. That's a reference for my Rajinikanth fans in the audience. But Diwali is coming up on Sunday, which I guess is 2 days after the release of this episode. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether fireworks are legal in the city of Providence. Hey, wait a minute. What a great transition.
Damn. Oh yeah, this is where I come in. On today's show, we are talking about Providence. I think particularly maybe in the context of the holiday season, and some of the things that can be done, in the next few months, and honestly even after, because like low key into like February and March, people are still gonna be running, some wintry things. Yeah. Because when you live above the, what do they call it? The Missouri Compromise?
Mason-Dixon line?
There you go.
Yeah.
Boys fried, dude. When you live north of the Mason-Dixon line...
It gets cold way sooner.
Well, it's not even that. It stays cold.
Yeah. Miserable. But at least we get fall. Fall.
And so, I guess... Let's just, start there. How's fall been? What do you think?
I don't know. I like it. I like fall in the Northeast. I feel like fall is much, I don't know, it's a lot different here, I think. Or, I don't know. I just feel like the reds, or the leaves are more red. Expose him! Expose him now! The leaves are more red. There's, pumpkin, apple orchards and, pumpkin patch picking and, whatever. All that aesthetic fall activities. Speaking of which, I feel like the actual, season when, Starbucks or whatever starts their pumpkin stuff is already over. It's like they've already moved on to their peppermint mocha. I'm like, bro, wait, it's only November. It's only November.
I haven't been to Starbucks. I sure haven't been to Starbucks in over a year.
I haven't been to Starbucks in a while either. I don't even drink coffee normally. Speaking of which, they
have chai.
No, they don't. No, they don't. The other week, I went to Aroma Joe's because I was, falling asleep, and I'm like, I had a 2.5 hour class on Thursday. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay awake. I'm gonna do this. Go to a room. I normally don't drink coffee, and I just like, I didn't even buy anything super strong. I bought like a mocha or whatever. I just like casually sip it. I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I get to class. Also, for some reason,
pretty mid.
yeah, it's true. I get to class, and for some reason, the heater in that room in Smitty B has been busted, so it's just like super hot for like no reason.
But the heater is busted.
Yeah.
So it's hot.
Yeah, it's busted in that it's just like always cranking out heat.
I was like, how does that work, bro?
So I'm like literally like in the middle like my heart is pounding like the caffeine. I'm like fucking like I'm like jittering and I'm like I'm tweaking, bro. I'm tweaking in class. I'm like,
I pray that like nobody watches this episode because that screen capture, that is like honestly, bro. Thumbnail. Who's getting the anyway? Providence. Yeah,
in the fall.
So that heater, it was busted. So, yeah.
You could do a lot of things in Providence. In the
Were
fall.
you gonna finish that story?
Oh yeah, no, that's the story. I'm just
What?
like tweaking in class, like for like a half an hour. I'm like peeling off my layers, like my heart's pounding. I'm like, my cross cultural psychology.
Oh my god.
You could go to the mall.
Bro, throw back to that time you like asked me for a coffee before a Rocky rehearsal.
Oh
or something.
it was before like the last run of Rent, on like, or no, it wasn't the last one. It was the second to last one on Sunday at 2.
Okay.
For Rent, and I chugged that mocha.
Yeah, that was the issue.
Get up for mic check. My hand is jittering, and I'm like, lovely. But I did not fall asleep.
Nah, but like low key,
I didn't.
nah. So you were saying Providence?
Let's start with the food scene. Actually, I think Providence has a really good food scene.
Yeah. Shout out to Johnson and Wales.
Yeah, shout out to Johnson. Shout out to just like all like the interesting cuisines that I like wouldn't have expected to try.
Except Cuban.
Except Cuban, unfortunately, is a little tragedicious. So I might say, I'm making up words. I'm a modern day Shakespeare. The one I'm thinking of is Jahangir.
Okay, so I've heard rumorings of
good.
the quality of food that is presented upon you at this restaurant.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing. I heard good things.
Okay. You phrased that so neutrally. I was afraid that someone was talking shit about Jahangir.
No.
But no, I've never had like Uyghur like cuisine before. And
interesting. I wrote a research paper about them.
Yeah, no, I am fiending for those noodles. They are so good. Highly recommend. But like along those lines, like Providence has like a lot of different streets where there's just like a bunch of good restaurants. I mean, like Thayer is like kind of its own thing. It's really commercial, and I wouldn't say it's like restaurants as much as it is like more like faster food.
Yeah.
But Ives Street, great spot.
You gotta hit up those gentrified streets where like women were being called witches back in like
not too long
alleys.
ago when Roger Williams found actually Providence is a safe haven for religious freedom. That's why Roger Williams founded it. That's your history lesson for the day. We're actually gonna get into another history lesson later, and I'm excited for that one.
You were saying.
Yeah, it's just like, Federal Hill, historically...
Depends on where you go.
It does depend on where you go, but historically, apparently, a lot of Italian families moved to Federal Hill in Providence, started a bunch of restaurants, so they've been, touted as, like, really good Italian restaurants, even beyond Providence. downtown has plenty of cool spots. That's the other thing. I feel like without a car, my access to Providence is pretty much limited to the east side where Brown is and downtown. You'd rarely catch me ever walking up to Federal Hill. And
Walking, brother.
people do. It's like a 40-minute walk.
No, I know.
I don't know why.
I was told the other day, somebody I know,
Mm-hmm.
and two people I know, apparently walked to Federal Hill and back during that like blizzard we had when we were fucking around
What?
going to Providence Place. We really thought we did something with that.
Nah, that's crazy. They're wild for that. Imagine getting all the way to Federal Hill and finding out the restaurant's closed, bro.
Low key, shout out to, actually, half a shout out to Caliente for being open.
Being open, I remember that.
We were like starving at like, bro, it must have been like, it was late.
Mm.
It was late.
They were real.
We got Caliente.
Real.
Showed up to Pembroke campus. Andrews is flooding. We're like, huh? Bro. And yeah.
Crazy times.
But I only said half a shout out because Loki, I'm pretty sure they gave me food poisoning like a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh man, not Calientes.
She was tragic. Had me crying, screaming, throwing up in the middle of the night.
Damn.
Two of those aren't true. One of them is. You can figure it out.
But yeah, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like people move to Providence mainly for Browns, like, or at least the people I talk to who moved to Providence for the first time because they're going to Brown. And like, there are a lot of colleges here too, but I wouldn't really call Providence a college town per se. It's more of just like a town with a lot of colleges in it, and that's one of the cool parts about Providence. I feel like it really does feel like there is a community larger than just the schools here.
Yeah, for sure.
And each pocket of town has its own vibe too. Because like if you walk east, you get to like, you feel like very suburban. You could walk downtown and feel like you're living, and it's super walkable. So yeah, like to all the haters out there who are like, oh, you can't do shit in Providence. I'm like, no, you can. You just haven't tried, or maybe you're just not satisfied.
L plus ratio plus.
Yeah, like, but either way, I was looking at like an actual map of, which is crazy, of what's like considered like within Providence City. There's like a lot of districts that I haven't even been to yet.
That's giving me.
Like I haven't been to the zoo or whatever.
I don't even know what you would
Speaking
call
of which,
CTSD, bro. Speaking of which. Yeah, speaking of which. Yeah, the zoo. I haven't been, so lucky I can't say anything. But low-key, they be having hella events, and I like.
They do.
Kind of want to go.
Mm-hmm.
They have red pandas or something. Bro, that's fire.
They just hosted they host an annual Halloween jack-o'-lantern spectacular.
Yeah.
And the photos always look really cool.
There's like the botanical gardens. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, that place looks nice. I was like, I should go.
I don't know where we're off of being on this episode, bro. Actually, it's mainly me.
It's just, I know, I am too. I'm fully like, I mean, I just said it like 2 seconds ago, but bro, you're out here giving me CTSD, goddamn current traumatic stress disorder, because my current project for CS32 is like all about maps. And bro, I've been staring at maps for hours.
Yeah, I can imagine how that would fry your brain.
And it's like real annoying. Like, click on a map, get the latitude and longitude of where you clicked, do something with it, make a query to this API to get data, to then send to this other thing to get another query to get data to the.
Horrible.
Like, bro, shit, tragic. Leave me alone. But it's for a good cause at the end of the day. Kind of. It's for my portfolio.
It's a good cause. It's for a good cause at the end of the day.
No, but I mean,
Lockheed Martin, if you're listening.
that's great. Yo. No, but like,
I figured out a mapping wait, this is getting a little too real.
no, I'm using it for. There's actually this is one of the things I really like about 32, which is a bit of a tangent, but all the projects have like a story behind them, and like the one I'm currently doing is for an urban, a postdoctorate researcher who's trying to study digital redlining and the connections between redlined areas and like their access to internet. So like basically, yeah, that's what I've been working with. But yeah, it's a whole boring spiel. You don't want to hear all that. You want to hear about Providence.
Yay.
Real quick, running back to food, bro. Apsara.
Apsara.
The only place.
Classic.
Like, I mean, we could anyway. Yeah, because you basically just said, since we don't have a car, you know, it's only East Providence or downtown. But we went to South Providence once.
We Ubered all the way out there just to realize that they weren't taking sit-ins that day, and so we had to order takeout while we were sitting there.
It's all right, because they were super nice. I'm not gonna lie,
They were
super
really nice about it.
Yeah, and they said the dining hall should be open. The dining room should be open now.
Oh,
that
yeah.
was like a year ago.
Yeah, true.
So
I also found out recently, I don't think the Apsara on Hope Street is related to the Apsara in South Providence. I think they're two, like, I found this out very recently because I was, there was this whole saga with a dishwasher in my apartment, and the electrician who came and fixed it was like ordering takeout, and I'm like, oh, where are you getting takeout from? And he's like, oh, Apsara. And I'm like, oh, which one? The one on Hope Street or the one in South Providence? And I'm like, he's like, oh, the one on Hope Street. And I'm like, oh, cool. Like, I didn't realize, like, I went to their other location. He's like, oh, I don't think they're related. I think they're two separate. I'm like, who?
Dude, they got ops across town.
That's crazy.
Yo, they said, hey, yo, Red Line Restaurant. No, let me. Actually, I think they were there's a lot of. Don't worry about it. I mean, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Chances are, maybe I have to look at my map, but I know we have had our little. We've had our conversations about areas of problems.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Sorry, another good spot. Loki, I'm craving their. What did we get? We got pad thai.
Yeah,
the
dude.
pad thai Loki. Pad thai was kind of.
That shit was bussin'.
That shit hit.
I will say, I've only ever had one bad experience with the food in Providence. I've mentioned it multiple times on this show before, so if you want to find it,
bro?
I think so.
I don't know, because I just remember saying
We were never talking
about it again.
But I'm sure I've talked about it at some point on the show. If you're diligent enough, you go and find it.
Hit us up on our contact page or on our Instagram and let us know where it is.
We'll give you $50.
free TOPP merch. I swear. Or just DM one of our. No, actually, don't DM us. Well, you can DM him. Don't DM.
I don't want to get a DM. So, I feel like we've talked about the food enough.
Yes. Well, you're just gonna leave it at that, you know?
I mean, yeah. Do you have any closing remarks on the food before we move on to sort of like
P.F. Chang's ain't what it used to be.
I don't think P.F. Chang's ever was what it was.
No, that's cap, bro. I used to go to P.F. Chang's like almost weekly with my family back in 2012, bro. 2012, 2013, peak P.F. Chang's, bro. It was like, bro, P.F. Chang's was so good. Bro, so good. And then they opened Payway. Payway's still aight. Payway's aight. But yeah, after. It's tragic.
Anyways.
We're coming back to food eventually, probably.
Because yeah, as I mentioned before, like the food scene in Providence is low-key better than the food scene in Boston.
Interesting.
From what I've heard.
No, actually, honestly, this is a transition, Anthony Fantano type beat. Kind of related to food. I was at the arcade because there is a restaurant there called Rogue Islands. Not a sponsor. Pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie.
What type of food do they make?
New American. What did I have? Oh, I just had a pulled pork sandwich, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's
some BBQ.
Yeah. They also have they have a lunch menu and dinner menu, and on the dinner, I went for lunch. On the dinner menu, they had like Korean banh mi or something, like a po' boy. It's like Louisiana. It's like the chefs like from Louisiana, so a lot of it's like Southern Creole kind of like very like fusion food.
That sounds bussin'.
Like there's like a number of variety of eggs Benedicts. Like there's like a lobster one, and like brothers are going crazy in the kitchen, and like like biscuits and gravy and like just like Southern food. But I was at
mac and cheese.
Somewhere on the menu. I was at the arcade, and
What is the arcade?
that's a good question. It is, from my understanding, look at my computer. I had to pull out my computer, but my computer is currently asleep for reasons that's, well, if you really knew, you'd thank me for. Or I guess you would be thanking me now. But anyway, I pulled it up because I'm super fast. It is notable as the first enclosed shopping mall in the United States. That's crazy, yeah. All y'all talking smack about Providence, Rhode Island.
We out here.
Yeah.
We out here with our malls.
I said we as if, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, low-key, I feel like the mall in Providence is a lot different from the mall anywhere else because of the size of the state.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like because it's Providence, it makes the mall feel that much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, such a thing. Like, low-key in Miami, like, nobody's going to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, people go, but, like, there are also, like, a million other places you could go get something.
Right.
Whereas I feel like here in Providence, like, it is, like...
Mm-hmm.
And low-key, shout out to Boscov's, bro. I probably talked about it on the podcast before. They be, like, running me deals. Bro. I mean, not me, but, like...
I feel like they've been going out of business for the last 3 years, and they're still around.
Yeah. They probably... I'd be, like, low-key, I don't know, because their stuff's always on, like, clearance and stuff and discounted. But... I'm not gonna lie, I'd be buying like I bought a pot there for like $16. I was like, this is a steal, dude.
I need to go to Boscov's soon, actually, and hit a lick before the holidays.
Yeah, but the arcade is like this kind of enclosed shopping mall, and it's as a history buff, you may be more appreciative of this. It's a quote lauded as a fine example of commercial Greek revival architecture. I bring it up because it was built in 1828.
For those of you who don't know, it's a long time ago.
And I don't know. I think, in all seriousness, I think it speaks to a number of things. I think it speaks to the trajectory for, I guess, just the idea of like commercial. What's the word I'm looking for? Commercial buildings, like I guess an eventual transition from like the local general goods store down in Saint Denis over to like if you understood, if you know, over to like now like these malls and stuff.
A mom and pop shop.
Yeah, and I think when I went the other day, I saw this photo of like they have like a bunch of like historic photos, and like one of them was from 1951 of like the inside of the arcade.
Oh shit!
And I think I was a little sad. I'm not gonna lie, because there's seemingly 3 floors, but from what it looks like, only the first floor is like occupied now, and I don't know. It feels like it's. I feel like low key, it may be dying.
Yeah.
I know it's unfortunate. Like
it's kind of sad.
And maybe it may have something to do with the other mall across town.
The theme is the ops are across town. Wait, that sounded really charged. I did not. Wait.
If we kill all of our enemies.
We'll get there next week.
The ops are across town.
Sasageo!
But yeah, so I don't know. I think just when I went, there was a bit of a somber mood that came about, because it looks it just was empty. It looked pretty empty, and for something so you know,
Yeah.
for such a staple of like Providence,
Mhm.
considering it's been here for so long, and you know, just like how they've managed to take, you know, a Greek revival style of architecture and like, you know, incorporate it into the city and whatever. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things that, you know, just for wherever you're from, you just know those parts of your city, those little like landmarks that are just iconic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad to see that it may be being lost
Yeah.
to time. And so yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of taken aback, I guess, by that.
Mm-hmm.
But I did want to talk about it because I think it's a cool little thing. But now people are going to the largest indoor carpeted mall in the Northeast,
Providence Place.
which low key, man, bro, they installed they have like the boxing
Oh, what?
like the ones you like pay money for and
Oh,
like,
shit. Yeah.
yeah.
The ones where it's like, have you seen the meme where like the girl punches it and then it's just like
Oh, yeah,
a
the
guy
guy's
like
like
washing dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't been to the mall in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last time I was there. But yeah, I've kind of been locked in this semester, I'm not gonna lie.
Fair. No, I was there because completely tangential. New studio Ghibli drop.
Yeah.
Wait, Loki.
The Boy and His Heron, right?
Like, this month, like Loki. I think like this weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was dropping in December.
Oh, actually, no. You're right. It's.
But
I think it's dropping.
But what's it called? Whatever that
It's dropping on your birthday.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, what a good birthday present. Good way to spend my day.
But they've been showing all the old.
Yeah,
Ghibli films.
they've been doing a Ghibli festival all year.
Yeah.
I think, dude, what was it last month? Was it Totoro?
I think it was House Moving Castle.
Yeah. But that's cool. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone to see any movies in a while.
Yeah.
Dude, I think
Oh,
like
bro,
the
the
Marvels
Marvels
is
dropping,
the
like,
Marvels is
Friday.
coming out on Friday.
Yeah.
And it's also been a while since we've done a comic culture catch up because Loki. Nice pun.
What?
I haven't seen Loki. Loki.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro,
I haven't
man.
seen Loki. I watched like one episode of Secret Invasion, so
It was pretty mid.
yeah, that's what I've heard. I'm pretty out of the loop right now.
But like I like Samuel L. Jackson, so
Yeah, and he's
like-
gonna be in the Marvels. So
yeah. It's just funny because like when you watch Samuel L. Jackson or something, regardless of how shit it may be, he's just like, bro doesn't let himself look bad,
That's true.
and so he just looks good. Like I don't know, he's just funny, and he's just a great actor,
Mhm.
and like bro's just been doing it for so long.
Yeah, it's true.
And he just like, and I feel like part of what comes with him doing it for so long is that he brings this unapologetic energy
Mm-hmm.
to a role that like just makes it that much better.
When he wants a purple lightsaber, he gets a
he
purple lightsaber.
Yeah.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Yeah. And so I don't know. It's just I think I enjoyed him in it, but it was pretty but
I need to rewatch Pulp Fiction. But yeah, maybe that'll be one of the later episodes, but a comic culture catch up. It's been a minute anyway. But yeah. Just been busy, haven't been able to make it out to the mall. But mall is a cool spot.
I don't know. Mall is like low-key iconic.
Yeah. There are a lot of
I mean, just for our time at Brown, I feel like there's a lot of
fun things
a lot
about
of
it.
it, man. A lot of fun and also stressful times at the mall.
I'm Barbenheimer in that mall.
That's a crazy statement, bro.
Yeah, we just watched hella movies. Newberry Comics is just like
Bro.
a staple of our time here at Brown, to be honest. Yeah, it's just one of those places. moving on, though, to more, like, outdoor locales, we could sum up Waterfire pretty fast. Waterfire is weirdly attracts a lot of people to come to Providence. It's mid.
It's fire.
It's
On
water.
water.
I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. That's exactly, like, it doesn't advertise itself as being more. The actual Waterfire is like, but it's all the stuff surrounding it that makes it such an attraction.
Sure.
You know, you can. I have a friend in the Bears now who actually works as a gondolier for Waterfire, and their season just wrapped up. But yeah, he's rowing the boats out here. Who's gonna carry the boats
and the logs?
And yeah, they invite student groups to perform. They're often like in support of something or a cause, or they have a theme. Plenty of vendors come out. So yeah, it's like, it's definitely worth it. It's also a little like annoying for traffic because like that junction between the east side and downtown gets completely blocked up.
Yeah, it's tragic.
So yeah, shit's tragic. But aside from that, there's a couple of iconic. You mentioned how like the arcade's like kind of iconic. Similarly, I feel PPAC, the Providence Performing Arts Center, is such a cool, beautiful auditorium on the inside.
Hold up.
Ain't no way my man is looking at food. He's looking at food.
Motherfucker, I haven't eaten shit all day.
Goddamn.
And I looked. Everyone got wings.
They got wings.
Bro, what's this? What is going on?
As they say in the heartland, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
That's true.
Goddamn. Yeah. I should probably run food.
They got Jaeger sauce.
Rumbling.
That's a really.
I'm sorry for. We're just so,
Man, no.
so
Stop
off of beat right now.
Stop apologizing. Y'all, if y'all are watching this right now, then maybe I'm sorry. But if you've been watching multiple episodes, then you already know how it is, and you should have expected this. Welcome to the show.
We get off topic.
We enjoy having you here. Please stay. I didn't mean it.
Anyway, PPAC is cool. I recently went to go see a screening of Into the Spider-Verse with a live orchestra there. Super cool. PPAC is also where touring Broadway shows come to Providence, like usually where they perform. I also went to go see Hassan Minhaj perform at the Veteran Memorial Auditorium, aka the Vets, which is close, pretty much across the street from the mall and next to the Capitol building. Another really cool auditorium where they host plenty of shows. Mm-hmm. So those places are really cool, and they look beautiful from the outside. So they really contribute to the skyline. Outside of that, the ice skating rink is apparently not apparently a thing. Plenty of people go ice skating. It's just ice skating's not really my thing. I don't know how to ice skate.
I'm a floating head.
You're a floating. No way. But turn down the Wait.
Bro. Can you,
going off camera on the.
Can you even do it from there?
Oh. Wait, say Happy Halloween.
Oh, wait, wrong holiday. Happy Halloween. Wait, it's not even, bro. Oh shit.
It's a little bright.
Oh my god, bro got up. Bro stood like a few episodes ago, now bro's walking. That's crazy.
I know, right? We're experimenting with form on the show. Before you know it, we're gonna be doing jumping jacks. Or something.
Low key, I wouldn't put it past us. It's a little dark now.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
This isn't getting cut, by the way.
Oh yeah, no,
No,
100%.
you're like holding that.
You are getting the unadulterated Wednesday afternoon Out of Pocket podcast.
You leaked when we record. No, I'm joking. That's
No,
not
because we mix it up.
That's
So
nice.
they've seen all ends of the spectrum. They've seen Sunday evenings. They've seen
Sunday mornings.
undisclosed times.
Yeah, we used to record Sunday morning.
Yeah, man. What a time. What a time in history, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. You're
It was all cool until the tutoring nation attacked.
the tutoring nation was crazy, bro.
I mean, my bad. The swear center.
The swear center. Where were we?
The
Ice skating
auditorium.
rink.
Oh,
I haven't been, but apparently it's very fun.
I haven't been either, but I don't know. Ice skating should be somewhere in my blood.
Really?
I don't know. My dad's cracked at it, so
Oh,
fucking,
shit.
like motherfuckers like hitting spins and skating backwards. I'm like,
Your dad's also, from what I've heard, just like was a goated athlete back in the day. Nah, give him the rap sheet, bro. All-state track star or something.
like that. Yeah,
Something.
was in the newspaper, played football. Dumbass ran with his eyes closed and fucking bit the fuck out of his tongue.
Ooh.
Yeah, stupid ass.
Damn.
I don't know. Basketball, bro was just doing
All-rounded athlete.
Yeah, but you know, I guess it also comes with growing up in the Northeast.
Mhm.
When you're from Florida, bro, like, come on, brother, you think I can ice skate? I'm from, bro. Get out of here with that. I mean, I can ice skate. I can ice skate, but I'm not doing spins and like skating backwards.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the ice skating rink. I'm not gonna lie, I do be ice skating. It's called skateboard on Thayer in the winter, bro. I've been ice skater, bro. Take me to the
I
Olympics.
ice skate too is called walking on Thayer in the winter, bro. Me, like my fucking Air Force is just like,
Bro's hitting the Frozone, the Frozone.
dude. The other day, I was walking on Thayer at the intersection with Adrian, and this dude on rollerblades hits like the cleanest. Yeah, it's the cleanest like left turn. Like it was like a perfect parabola, and like this man's form was immaculate. And the dude and I were like, Adrian and I were just watching it like, damn,
Damn, bro.
that's crazy
bro
cool.
Got it like that, bro.
That's
Got it
so
with the
cool.
sauce. Oh my god, how do you get that?
On Halloween.
Oh my god. Alright, now we're like back up.
It's
up,
November.
bring it
It's
back.
November. It's not Halloween.
We're
anymore. It's
we're
fine.
venturing into dangerous
Hold up, back up.
territory. Nah, wait a minute. Hold up, back up.
Speaking of, there's no good way to transition this. Fall. Actually, there's your transition. It's no longer Halloween. It's November, and you know what? November.
Isn't Halloween during the fall?
Shush. It's fine. It's its own entity outside.
That is kind of facts.
Yeah,
that is
like
kinda
low
facts.
key.
Halloween is like in and of it like some separate entity.
Mm-hmm. It's like you
Like,
start
it's a-
fall in mid-September. You take a brief pause on like the last couple of weeks of October,
There's 5 seasons.
and then you get back into it.
It's spring, summer, Halloween, fall, winter.
But in terms of like fall activities, last fall I went apple picking at this orchard with some of my friends from the Providence Medical Orchestra. That was really fun.
I went apple picking this year too.
Yeah, it's
For
just
the
one of
first
those.
time.
It's just
So
one of those
frustrating.
activities where like, you get there and you're like, you got to make sure you don't hype it up too much because it's not that fun. It's not like
Sure.
that fun.
I mean, I don't know.
But
I
it's
feel
fun.
Like it depends. I feel like if you have a larger goal. So like, I went apple picking, and then like made something with the apples.
Yeah, for
Very
sure.
cool. I don't know. This is kind of crazy, and I'll get to it later. But I was just thinking. Honestly, y'all are gonna have to hold that. We'll come back to that later. I just.
All right.
Yeah, anyway, let me shut the fuck up.
I roll.
No, I'll come back to it.
Okay. aside from apple picking, I mentioned like the Halloween jack-o'-lantern spectacular. There's also plenty of like really cool parks and like outdoor locations that I feel like Rhode Island doesn't get enough credit for.
Oh, so we're going Rhode Island now.
Yeah, I mean like let's be honest, the city of Providence is effectively like half of Rhode Island. Like Providence and the Providence metro area is like,
That is facts.
I don't know. Like in Atlanta, it would take me 40 minutes to drive where I live to the heart of downtown.
Bro.
In Providence,
You're in Massachusetts, but that's
yeah, exactly. If you drive north, you're like almost at Boston. If you drive south,
I actually no, you're right.
yeah,
You're
yeah, you're almost at Boston. If you drive south, I guess southwest.
You're at Atlantis.
Yeah, you drive southwest, you're in Connecticut, almost in Connecticut at least.
So why would you drive southwest, bro?
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, but who's going to Connecticut?
that's
Like,
true.
bro.
Like, who the fuck is like Connecticut mentioned? Yeah, no, don't go to Yale. They're the ops. And if you drive southeast, you end up in Newport in like 40 minutes. So you're pretty much at any given border of the state within a reasonable chunk of time. But I was talking to some people earlier today about this. Providence has changed my perception of like driving. I was talking to Terry McAllister. Shout out Terry. Like, I don't know if you'll ever see this, but you're the goat for real. You like literally hold together the Play Me program.
Well, as far as last time I heard,
Oh, is she on her way out?
no, I meant that like our podcast was on high watch in that
Oh,
office, bro. I was
Forgot
told
about
through the
that.
grapevine, oh yeah, all the deans be listening to your podcast. I'm like, oh.
Probably like way back in the day. I don't know if they still do.
They say, hey, yo, this shit got old.
But if you do listen, Terry's the goat. And I was talking to Dean Holland about this. Didn't know Dean Holland was from Louisiana. But we were both talking about how after moving to Providence, at home I'm like 15-minute drive. Oh, that's Costco, easy. Like longer than that to Costco. Like it's fine. Like I could go for boba, like nearest boba spot's 15 minutes away. I'm like, bet, let's run it. In Providence, 15 minutes away. Ain't no way I'm going to Warwick, bro. No way. To Pawtucket? You out of your mind.
Yeah. But I don't know, bro, because we went to Cranston.
That's true.
Shout out to Chaska.
Oh, that would go crazy right now.
Those Parlay cheesecake, fucking, bro.
Goated. Dang.
And to think that bro got a restaurant like 2 blocks away. Yeah. But
Man,
that's the thing.
Now I want to go to Upsara for dinner, bro.
Apsara.
I'm just craving like
You said
non-dining
you're
hall
hungry.
food.
Apsara, Chaska.
I'm just hungry. I'm hungry.
India on Hope Street, bro. Shout out to the time that
Not just snacks.
I was like, yo, we went to India and a certain someone we know went the continent. Which, first of all, yeah, is a crazy.
Dude, I forgot about that.
I was like, bro. I was like, first of all, no. Second of all, the what?
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, bro. We've been pacing around for too long. So I know I'm gonna pass it off to
Diamond
my
Hill
co-host.
Reservoir.
Oh, that's for later. I was gonna say, actually here I'll segue like this. One thing to do, maybe. I don't think the general Providence community. Damn, I just put myself in there. Would be allowed. We still have yet to visit the human skin books in the.
No, true.
What is it? The Hay.
The Hay. The John Hay Library.
Yeah.
On the intersection of
Oh, bro is trying to drop the Addy now.
College Street and
like, it's not
Prospect.
really- sure.
College and Prospect, I think.
Well, I think it is. I think you're right. forgot the drop on the library. Maybe that'll be our Halloween episode next year. And no promises.
No promises.
You know, that's something to do. There's also another library down the hill.
Yeah.
It's pronounced the what?
Do you like socks? We make socks.
Wow.
I'm sorry. That was random. Won't happen again. There's another library down the hill. Called the Athenaeum. The AE, sort of like. I'm sorry, linguistics bros. I might be misusing a term here. I'm pretty sure that's a diphthong.
Diphthongo.
Yeah.
Bro.
Diphthong. In Latin,
Diphthongo,
the AE
diphthongo.
is pronounced I. So I've always read it as Athenaeum. That being said, I'm sure some of the Greek bros in the classics department would flame me. So the official website says that it's either Athenaeum or Athenaeum. Athenaeum sounds...
What? Nine.
Or Athenaeum. Athenaeum sounds a little too sus to me, so we're going to stick with Athenaeum. But do you like studying? Are you one of those people who needs to go somewhere aesthetic to study?
For 45... No, I'm joking. I think it's... For money...
For $45, we got the deal of a lifetime for you. I don't know what my accent's doing a world tour right now. For $45.
You just sent me like back to like freshman fall. Like,
Oh,
dude, they
yeah,
brought
right.
it back.
They did. It was trash, dude.
Oh, for real?
The revival was so garbage.
see.
Don't watch season 2 of Clone High. It was a big letdown. I stuck it out until the end.
That's crazy.
I was like, hopefully, I kept holding out hope that it will like get better, and it just didn't. I'm like,
Why? What was it about it? I feel like it might have been the way it ended the first season.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like Clone High is one of those shows that like is so riotously funny, but also like very clearly. It's not that it doesn't age well. It's just that there's a lot of elements of Clone High that would not fly today. That being said, those are, in my opinion, the elements of like that like complete like raunchy irreverence is what makes Clone High funny. And I think modern or like the Clone High revival just tried to do Clone High without what made Clone High work, which was like they kind of like watered it down a little. They took the focus off of Abe, which is like, yeah, it was just a mistake, honestly. I think like guys, I told you we were gonna talk about Providence today. We've done pretty much everything, but I promise we'll get there eventually.
We're not.
I don't know. The first season of Clone High, I think like Abe is, at least to me, like endearing, even though he's not only a dork, he's kind of pathetic. But like at least by being framed as like the main character of the show, he's somewhat likable. You're like, oh, like he is kind of the glue that holds the cast together. I'm not like rooting for him, but I'm like, oh, like, he's not like a bad dude. Clone High season 2 like completely took the focus off of Abe and tried to cram in this huge extended cast of new clones in a way that like didn't really work. They took like all the likable parts of these older characters and just took them out. Gandhi wasn't even there, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
I mean, like, to be fair, Gandhi was the most controversial part of High Season 1, and I can't blame them for that. Because he is part of the reason why the show got canceled. But Gandhi wasn't there. I don't know, it's like a lot of the jokes, part of the Clone High like fun was that like, oh, like it's a show about like lots of weird, wacky hijinks, but also an American high school. And so they were trying to make, like, things relatable to, like, a modern high school experience, but it's very clear that it was written by, like, 40-year-olds trying to imitate what high schoolers are up to today. So it's, like, a lot of the stuff that's, like, isn't Gen Z so weird, just didn't land, because, like, it just wasn't funny. On top of that, like, Scudworth and, like, Mr. B, that shit was, like, they were funny. Like that, their plots were always funny in season 1. Just completely missed the mark, except for, like, a few episodes in season 2, with just, like, random shit that, yeah, I don't know. Joan and JFK dated, which is weird. It would have, like, made sense, given how season 1 ended, but they just handled it poorly. And, like, Cleopatra also stopped being I don't know. It kind of sucks to see how, like, something that was really just tight comedy get kind of blasted to, like, bits in the revival. But hey, that's the showbiz.
Yeah.
Anyways, the Athenaeum. There's no good transition for what's about to come next.
I'm just gonna shut up. So
yeah,
that's all you.
Totally fair. I don't know. I feel like there's a little bit of a culture. These days, to where, like, life, like, the little things in life should be romanticized. Running up a hill to a tree with your friends, playing catchball with your weird adopted father who's not your real dad but convinces you to join the military. These are moments, according to a small German boy, that should be cherished. I don't know where I'm going with this. And I'm for it. I think the romanticization of life, as it were, is part of that, like, resistance to this oppressive nihilism that dominated the 20th century. But going out of your way, taking a stroll spontaneously, like diverting from your usual commute to just see what's out there, going to a coffee shop and seeing the people pass by. These are, like, kind of like, quote unquote aesthetic, but also just the small moments that imbue life with meaning. And so I think there is somewhat of a culture surrounding trying to study and, like, but study in, like, a cool cafe, or like go to Boston to, like, the public library to get some work done with your friends,
Pop
and then
out from the basement.
Yeah,
in
the
a
sunlight.
giant monstrous form, and proceed to massacre people because you want to find the answer to the question: if we kill all of our enemies, will we finally be free?
Eden, are you free? Are you really free? Well, that's next up. We're spoiling next week's episode. But as I was saying, yeah, I feel like at Brown especially, there's, like, a little bit of that culture, and, like, I kind of get it, kind of don't. Because for me, I like to keep, like, fun and work decently separate. Like, I'm all for just, like, locking in, getting my stuff done, and then going to, like, an aesthetic spot to go hang out and have fun. But I digress. If that sort of aesthetic spot studying is for you. Actually, I read this really interesting paper for class yesterday about how there's, like, this emerging sort of psychological field of, like, neuroarchitecture, where the spaces we're surrounded by affect how and how and what we think. Like kind of the example they use at the beginning of the paper. This is a really cool paper, by the way. Was like Jonas Salk of polio vaccine fame was working on it for a basement in like I want to say Pennsylvania, in like UPenn or something. Couldn't figure it out. Like years, couldn't figure it out. Went to Italy to this monastery in where was it? I forget. Maybe Bologna or something. It's the Assisi monastery. Had this incredible breakthrough. Came back, tested it, made the polio vaccine. And the point they were making is like there are certain elements of spatial, like how we arrange our spaces that help human beings concentrate. So the myth of like the open concept office, even though it is low cost and easy to design, doesn't actually promote productivity by enabling easy communication, according to this paper. Productivity actually kind of gets nuked when you're in a busy environment because now your attention is going towards you're like perceptually we are very attuned to novel stimuli. You see it like someone walk across your field of vision, that's motion, that's movement. You know, auditorially or orally, you hear like a strange sound, you know, like your ear picks that up. Even with like, this is gonna get controversial, and this is a rule I break all the time. Even working with music is not like, it's eating up some of that like mental real estate that you could be using to like dedicate to whatever task you're doing, if that task requires a lot of brain power. But either way, it's like there's this really cool paper that kind of said like we've come to like romanticize this like almost coffee shop model of office space where like, you know, like everyone goes down to the like this common area and like it's like a highway of like information where people can think and debate and whatever. But I forget the actual term they use, but intermittent collaboration is what we should be aiming for, where people have private spaces that they can, you know, kind of customize and like inhabit of their own like will, put up their own decorations, their own whatever. There's like work in the paper about like how certain cues in our environment can, like about our identity or whatever, can also aid in this process of like just concentration and thinking and productivity and creativity. And then having like a long connected like hallway, for example, where people can bump into each other and collaborate and talk is actually more sort of conducive than going to a big crowded cafe. I say all that to say this. If you want to go to ceremony and do work, go to ceremony and do work. Like you do you. I do not care. I've done it before. It's a fun, cool experience to just sip on your matcha and type out your like essay or whatever. That's a really long tangent that's completely unrelated to what I was supposed to talk about. The Athenaeum, apparently it's been around for a really long time in Providence. It looks gorgeous on the inside. Apparently you could like host events and like wedding receptions in there, but I checked their website, they're booked up until January 2025. So if you're planning on getting married anytime soon, don't. I'm kidding. Anyways, I found, so Ale and I, as we were researching, doing some very cursory research for this this podcast episode, we stumbled across this page on the Athenaeum website that's so like wild that I felt compelled to talk about it. So apparently, Edgar Allan Poe, as the legend goes, once came to Providence to get some bitches. He said, Baltimore isn't where the hoes are at no more. Gotta go to the 401 and pull wealthy Rhode Island widow, Sarah Helen Whitman, My girl said, I don't know if she's related to Walt Whitman or not.
Like
The poet. Probably not. Hopefully not. That'd be crazy. Either way, bro.
What's
She's
her name?
Sarah Helen Whitman. Either way, she said, one bitch, two bitch, dead bitch, new bitch. And that new bitch just so happened to be Edgar Allan Poe. Or as we like to call him, he and Edgar Allan Ho. Because in the September of 1848, my man pulled up to Providence, and I quote, to meet and court the wealthy Rhode Island widow. So apparently they would, like, talk and stuff. It's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, and like this is where it's like the article goes with like some pretty standard details, like, oh, they were both poets and literati of the high New England society. But then here's where it starts to get interesting. After several meetings, Poe proposed to Whitman in a local cemetery. Who let my guy cook?
Okay, low key though. So I was about to say
His Riz?
I just looked her up on this Wikipedia page, bro. At the bottom it goes, she had a penchant for wearing black and a coffin-shaped charm around her neck, and may have practiced seances in her home on Sundays to try to communicate with the dead.
Wait,
bro,
no way.
Dude, they were like made for each other.
Yeah,
bro.
low key.
Bro knew what he was doing.
Every emo boy needs a goth alt girl.
That's crazy.
That's
bro. Her ex-husband, bro who died.
Graduate.
He was a Brown student.
That's crazy.
Bro was an indie sophomore who found his like goth.
his emo goth girl.
Bro's a law practice law in Boston. Bro,
That's wild. Dude, imagine my guy really said, I know how to lock down the goth
her
girl.
maiden
bro.
name's Power.
That would actually totally make sense. Oh,
They
her
lived on
home was on Benefit Street. Dude, that's
He was pursuing.
that's
He was
not
pursuing her
fucking
older
right.
sister Rebecca. Dude, what, bro?
This is crazy. The
Winslow-
Providence floor is crazy.
Winslow often chatted with the young Sarah Helen and made her laugh with his practical jokes on his family. He took a joke too far in 1817 as a junior at Brown. Keep in mind, when he served as a ringleader when a group of students set the president of Brown's haystacks on fire. What the bro? It issued of his arrest, but he escaped to Boston. That is crazy.
Dude.
First of all, keep in mind there are no cars, bro. Broski, like, what? He took a horse and carriage, like 20. Bro, that's crazy.
That's really funny. I
They were
like
engaged for 4
as
years.
current Brown students, I feel like we need to bring this tradition of tomfoolery back. Anyways, back to Edgar Allan Poe. This is fun. This is wild, actually. Basically, she eventually accepted, but their engagement was troubled. Both parties were counseled to break off the match by friends and family. That's tea right there. Whitman even wrote to Poe days after their first meeting to directly refuse his proposal.
That's crazy. Oh my god, what's that thing? By that famous book, Pride and Prejudice. This is some Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, for real. But he eventually convinced her to marry him with a series of impassioned love letters, promises of sobriety, and various visits. And then it gets crazy. It was during this time that Poe survived a half-hearted suicide attempt, and shortly after sat for a daguerreotype portrait in Providence, a copy of which hangs next to Whitman's portrait in the Athenaeum art room. It is fitting that the two poets' images hang together in the library, as it was here they were last together as an engaged couple. On December 23rd, 1848, 2 days before their planned Christmas Day wedding, Poe and Whitman were sitting in the Athenaeum alcove when an unnamed stranger handed her a note that told her that Poe had broken his promise of sobriety and had been drinking both the night before and that morning. First of all, snitches get stitches, dude. Like, the fuck? Whitman immediately called off the wedding, rushed back to her house, drenched her handkerchief in ether, threw herself on a sofa, and attempted to lose herself in unconsciousness. In spite of Poe's attempt to rouse her, she merely murmured, "I love you," before fainting away. The two would almost never see each other again, as Poe was dead within a year. Whitman would live for almost 30 more years, spending much more of her time in the Athenaeum. In spite of their relationship's unhappy conclusion, Whitman continued to advocate for Poe's work both nationally and abroad throughout her life. What a crazy story.
That is actually like...
That's so wild. But, I mean, she was the original goth girl who read Edgar Allan Poe. I think we need to give her props for that. Second thing, I watched this video on YouTube the other day by this YouTube channel named Horse, or Horses. Dude makes some really fascinating video essays that are low-key underrated. But
oh, wait a minute.
He did an essay on ether and why ether was such a big fad in the 18th or 19th century. It's a good watch.
I mean, this is Wikipedia, so obviously take it with a grain of salt. But this implies that it says Poe's infamous first biographer claimed that Poe purposefully ended his relationship with Whitman.
Damn.
Well, it says by committing unnamed drunk outrages. But so apparently, bro, according to this, there are claims that bro did it because I did it because I liked it. I loved it. I'm itching. I'm just itching to do it again.
That was crazy. Anyway, I think we're out of time.
Yeah.
But Providence, it's a cool spot. Don't shit on it. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any concluding remarks?
Nope.
You've been listening to 101.1 FM WOPPIP WDRVIP WALEIP Providence.
You guys can catch us at www.theoutapocketpodcast.com. Outa is spelled OUTTA. And through there you can find links to our Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. I don't know if I said that. No, I didn't. Go check us out on all those platforms. Please contact us. We're lonely and also... what did you think of today's episode? I feel the energy was fun. I had fun. Once again, thank you so much for listening to the Outta Pocket Podcast. We'll see you next week. And honestly, I can't get more out of pocket than I've already been this episode. So I'll leave the out of pocket advice to you. Get some apple cider donuts. Catch you guys later. Take care.